What it is, YouTube? Boy Lord Mink, man. Smash the like button before we even get into this review, man. The Promised Neverland chapters 76 and 77. Gonna be doing a little mashup review since I missed the upload last week, I believe. So yeah, but as we see starting off in 76, we see Lord Bayon and all the demons, they're sitting there talking at the table, and the two demons in the black suits, I believe their names are Noose, Noose, Nous, Noose or Nos. I guess I'll say Nos, and then Noma. Um, we see them, they're talking, they're like, "Oh, we heard you got some premium grade from Grace Field," which is like the plantation that Emma and Ray are from, and Norman. Apparently, Gracefield, like I said, Gracefield, they produce the top premium grade of of children for them to eat. And so Noah Ban's like, "Oh, so you heard? Here I was trying to keep it a surprise." So apparently Lord Bayon was just like, he wanted to keep it a surprise, and says, "We caught one. There were three of them running together. We caught one. The other ones and the other two, my serfs, I guess that's what he calls his servants, his serfs. He was like, my serfs let the other two escape, but don't worry, they'll be caught soon enough." And so we see the other one, Luce, Luce. I guess that's how you say his name, Luce. I was thinking Lucy, but it doesn't have a Y or I in it. But then again, it could be Lucy, but I'ma just say Luce. So Luce, he's still pissed off that Emma threw that axe at his face. So he's still pissed off, and everybody's just like, you know what? Even though it's only been a day, we can't calm our nerves. Let's go out and hunt. So demons come early, like literally a day after, or yeah, it's only had only been a whole day since the last hunt. So here they coming for the rest of the children, mainly Emma, cause she's the premium grade right now. Then we see the rest of the children, they're talking. They hear the music, and then they start frantic running and stuff. They're like, "Oh man, what's going on?" So one of the leaders, he's just like, "Oh man, it's only been a day since the last hunt. What am I supposed to do?" So he finally calms himself down, tells everybody, "Hold up, everybody calm down. We've already finished our preparations," which they did. We already finished our preparations, and he was thinking in his head, even though we didn't, go over the final strategy with everybody, we're done with our preparations. So we should be able to, execute this plan. So he tells everybody, "All right, calm down. Everything's fine. We finished our preparations. We're ready for them. It seems like our freedom has come to us a day earlier. This is great, don't you think?" So he gets everybody, calm down. It tells everybody to get to their stations. The real small kids, to tell them to hide in the windmill with Lewis, not Lewis, but with Lucas, and everybody else. The 10 of us remaining, the 10 older kids, I guess, 10 eldest kids. We're gonna split up in four different groups because the demons hunt in four different groups. Lewis leads his group, or really, I guess it's just Lewis. It's Lewis, and then you got Bayon, Nos, and Numa, and then Luce. And then, so we're gonna split it in four different groups. The one they're worried about the most is Archduke Lewis, because he said in the last couple chapters he had explained how Lucas had you know, did an uprising with his group back in the day, which is where their Ray and Emma's guide was the same person from their group, and said Archduke Lewis was the one that ruined everything for them and pretty much killed everybody except him and No Name. And then so him and Emma, they're gonna take um, Lewis, they're gonna try to distract him for 15 minutes. If they can distract him, everybody else should be able to kill the demons in their group. And then I guess they're probably gonna try to gang up on Lewis at the end. And we see they corner one of the demons. They corner. Actually, I think it's Luce. Yeah, they corner or Luce corners them, or they act like they're getting cornered because that's what Lucas told them to do. Act like they're being cornered or whatever. Make it look like it's just another hunt that are just trying to run for their lives and trying to survive. Don't let them mislead them at all costs to to execute the plan perfectly. And so as soon as he corners one of the girls, she's like because Luce, he's looking for Emma because he's still pissed off Emma threw the axe at his face. Like he for some reason he just will not let that go. He was like, I can't believe that little that little premium grade threw an axe in my face. So he corners one of the girls and tells the girl to show her face. And then he sees it's not Emma. He's like, it's not you. He just yells, it's not you. And then she says to her face with a smile. She says to him with a smile on his face, like, yeah, you're dealing with me today. And then she blows a whistle, and a couple more of the kids blow a whistle, and then it's like, that's the signal. They set off an explosion. I think it's just like a bunch of fireworks. And then all the other demons, like Lewis, Bayon, and Nos and Numa, they're looking, they're like, what was that? And Lewis, being strategical as he is, he's like, oh, and Bayon, matter of fact, he's like, oh, a simple diversion. And then Lewis is just like, well, I don't smell any large fires, and also the outer walls of the plantation are still intact. So the way they're doing this, like he knows, like him and Bayon, they know the kids are up to something. I don't know if Nos and Numa knows, but Luce definitely don't know. Like he's so blind with rage trying to kill Emma. He's just one track mind with it. Like he's not even thinking. And Lord Bayon and Archduke Lewis, they're just like, okay, y'all want to play? Let's do it then. Like those two are probably gonna be the hardest ones to kill. Lewis will probably be like, in my opinion, he's probably gonna be the last one standing with Bayon, and then probably Bayon's gonna die maybe like a little bit before Lewis, if they even manage to kill Bayon and Lewis at all. So we see after they blow the whistle, Luce looks back, like he hears the explosion. Luce looks back, the girl's gone, and then he looks up because he has his little bear like servants. They're wearing like bear suits for whatever reason, I don't know. And they look up and they see the old girl and a boy. They're standing on a branch or whatever on a tree, and she's got like two machine guns and with a bunch of ammo hanging out, and she just like eat lead, and they just unload on them like do 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 do. She shoots one at first at Luce at his little helmet or whatever to make him, I guess, to make them think she's aiming at his eye, because Lucas said if you aim at their eye, like the demons are self-centered. If you aim at their eye, they'll get blind with rage and fury, and because they're self-centered, and then they just go mad after that. So use that anger and rage against them. They'll think you're trying to deliberately aim at them specifically. And when she shot it at his helmet, that's what he thought. He was like, oh, they're trying to kill the leader, which is me. And so he tells his little servants or whatever to, kill the two kids. And they're just unloading on them. And they keep resurrecting because, if you don't kill them, if you don't shoot them in that specific eye spot, then, they just regenerate and come back to life. So Luce, he's just like, oh, they're aiming at us, like they're aiming at our eyes or whatever. Like, did the premium grade one tell them this? Like, even if they did, they shouldn't have. It's only been a day. They shouldn't have had time to train. It's like it must have been a fluke. It's like, no, it wasn't a fluke because like they're shooting at their masks or whatever. But him specifically, they're not really trying to aim at his mask. They're aiming at the other one, the servant's mask, because Lucas told them that even though there's even though they have masks like their even though the servants have masks like the leaders of the masters do, it's not well made. If you shoot at it from an angle, you'll crack it. If you shoot it head on, then it's gonna be hard to break for the servants. But the servants' mask will break, and that's what they were aiming for. And then Luce is just looking at their bullets or whatever, saying like, "It's no use. It's futile. As you're gonna run out of bullets soon enough." And then as soon as they come out to like that last couple of bullets, he just tells his servants like, "All right, get up there and kill him." And then he looks to the side. He's like, "What?" And like they killed the servants. Like they did exactly what Lucas told them to do. Like aim at their mask from the side, the servant's mask from the side. Don't go for the leader, but make them think you're going for him, which they executed that perfectly. And then we see the servants, they're just on the ground, just dead, blood coming out of their heads or whatever. It's like, what, you killed them? It's like, yeah. And then the kids jump down, they tell them like, yeah, we weren't aiming at you specifically. Like, we know it all. We know everything we need to know about you. We know that you're pretty much nothing without your servants. We know that if we aim at your mask or whatever, you'll think we're coming for you specifically and whatnot. So they pretty much tell him everything that they learned from Lucas. And then the girl, she was pretty cool. Oh girl, I forget her name, but she was pretty cool. Like she really about that life now. So we see that, and then we see right at the end she takes off Luce's mask or whatever, and then she was like, "Game, set, and match. This is it for you, rich boy." So she pretty much, he's probably about to die. Like she about to blast his head all the way off, clean, smooth off. So and yeah, that was the end of chapter 76 and 77, man. Like 78, that's gonna be real good. The next part two, the next demon's probably about to get got, probably Noose and Noma, because they hunt in duos. I think they might be brother and sister or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works in the demon world like that. They're brother and sister like that. But they both wear like the like a whole scuba suit. So we'll see how that go. Luce was like, he's met his end. He really didn't do much. Like it's clear like he only uses his servants to hunt. He doesn't actually do any of the hunting. He makes his servants go do it, and then they bring back the kill to him. So yeah, it makes sense for him to get killed off first. And but yeah, man, that was the Promised Neverland, chapter 76 and 77, man. It's getting real good, man. Like I don't know when the anime is coming, but I will definitely be on that. And I hope it's more than 12 episodes at least. So that should be pretty good. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, share so other like-minded people like us talk about it in the comments below. Post notifications so y'all know when I post. But yeah, man, it's your boy Lord, I mean the Emperor, and we out.